okay? Is audio and video both are okay? Let me know. Good morning, Natrajan. What about rest? Is everything is okay? Audio and video both are okay? Just let me know so that we will be able to start our session. Do write all okay, or if you are facing any issue, then let me know. Okay, so this is our 3000 MCQ batch in which we are going to discuss the 3000 MCQ that will cover your previous year questions also and also the case study question. So if we talk about the pattern of paper, we know that we have to cover the first one is the 1 marker questions we have to cover. Then second, we have to cover 0.5 markers questions, and then we have to cover 2 markers questions. So these are the 3 types of questions which gonna be asked in your paper. So we will cover all the 3 types in one liner questions or in 1 marker questions. We will face that they have given a certain question and 5 options will be there, 4 options will be there in which statement based questions can be asked. 0.5 marker questions will be maximum of a true false kind of question, or we can say yes or no type of question. And the case study will be 2 mark questions in which there is a certain case they will given to you, a particular case which can occur in a bank branch of your branches, or you have already seen that type of case that will be given in the case study, and you have to logically think about that situation, like if this happens into my branch, then what action I have to take, what action may the manager have to take. So these type of questions will be of 2 marker questions. So let's start our session with the first question. Before that, if you want to practice more and more questions, you can go to the Offices Adda 24/7 YouTube channel. Here, more and more practice questions will be available for all of you. Okay. So the pattern of this particular batch, which what we are going to do in this particular batch, we are going to discuss maximum number of questions in 1 hour duration. First, you have to answer according to you, which of the following option is correct. Then I will explain the concept and the right answer. In the end of the session, I am going to ask you that how many answers you have given correct. So do make sure you are marking that how many answers you are giving correct. Okay, so that's how we can do the self evaluation also, like how better we are performing in the particular subject. Okay, so let's start with the first question, that is talking about the right issue. It means the topic is capital market. Okay, so right issue is, first is saying issue of securities to a select group of persons. Second is saying direct sale of securities from an unlisted company to the public for fixed price. Third is saying when listed company proposes to issue fresh security to its existing shareholder. Okay, it is issuing fresh security to its existing shareholders. Fourth is saying when a listed company makes a fresh issue of securities. So which of the following you think is correct about the right issue? A, B, C, D. Which of the following is correct? Do answer very quickly. Which of the following is correct? I have read all the options for all of you. Okay, Priyanka is saying C. Tirupal is saying C. Natarajan is saying C. What about rest? Maximum are going with the C option. That is correct. Right answer is C. When a listed company proposes to issue fresh security to its existing shareholder, that's a right. Right means you are giving a first right to your existing shareholder. Whenever a company is issuing fresh shares, it's giving its first right to its existing shareholders. Like if they want to purchase, they can purchase the security. And if the existing shareholder do not want to purchase the share of a company, they will issue in the market. Okay. So right answer will be C. Very good. Next. This is a 0.5 marker question. Okay. So business ethics is the application of ethics to these special problems and the opportunities experienced by business people. So this statement is true or false? This statement is true or false. So question is asking that business ethics in the application of ethics to the special problems and opportunities experienced by the business people. Is it correct or not? It's a true statement or not a true statement? So ethics is what? Ethics is simply a study of human being to know the right and wrong decisions of a human, like to judge that what kind of decision a human is taking, it's a right decision or a wrong decision. That is study of humankind's nature. is known as your ethics. Now, when we talk about the business ethics, if you talk about the business ethics, so simply it becomes the study of the business, that in the business, whatever code of conduct you are using, whatever applications of ethics you are using there, that is right or wrong. Hana, to know this particular thing, we use the business ethics. So right answer for this particular question will be no. It's not B, it's A, that is true. Okay, right answer is true, that business ethics is the application. It is the application of ethics to the special problems and opportunities which is experienced by the business people. Like what kind of problems they are facing, what kind of opportunities they are facing. So the application of ethics on those problems and opportunities will be known as your business ethics. Okay, next. When a bank lends money to corporate person, when a bank lends money to a corporate person, the relationship is. So one chapter of your syllabus is banker customer relationship. So out of that, we are asking that if a bank lends money to the corporate person, what type of relationship will be there between bank and customer? It's a borrower lender condition, it's a creditor debtor, it's a debtor creditor, it's a customer and client. Which type of relationship is there among or between the bank and the corporate person? A, B, C or D? Answer quickly. So if we talk about banker customer relationship, so we know that bank is a financial institution, or it can be known as a lawful organization. Bank is a financial institution or a lawful organization, right? That is a bank. And whatever services is provided by a bank is known as a banking. Whatever service bank is providing us is known as a banking. It's been deposit, withdrawal, lending, check clearance, demand draft, locker facility, credit card, debit card, insurance, mutual funds, demat account, etc. All the services are provided by bank to the customer, and those services are known as your banking. And on the basis of this banking, on the basis of this services, we defines that what type of relation is there between the bank and the customer. Okay, according to that we decide what kind of relation between the bank and customer will be there. So right answer will be B. Very good. Creditor and debtor relationship. That's a creditor and debtor relationship. Now some people are saying C is not a correct answer. C will be correct when customer deposits money with the bank. When the customer deposit money with the bank, in that situation bank will be a debtor and the customer will be a creditor. Okay, in that situation, the relationship will be debtor-creditor relationship between the bank and customer when customer is depositing money to the bank. Okay, but if customer is taking loan, that will be the relation of creditor and debtor. Next, fourth question. Which of the following statement is true? So you have to answer which of the following statement is true. First is saying business ethics modifies the people's behavior, that it changes the behavior of a people. Which changes? The business ethics changes the behavior of a people. Second is saying objectives of ethics is managing values and conflict resolution. Like what is the objective of ethics? It's the managing values and the conflict resolutions. Third is saying business ethics and corporate social responsibility are same. Like CSR, if you are doing CSR or if you are doing business ethics, application of ethics you are implementing in the business, both are same. It is the third option same. And the fourth is saying ethics cannot be managed. You cannot manage the ethics. So which of the following you think is correct? Fourth will be your, okay. Acha, do mention the question number. When you are answering, na, then do mention the question number, which questions answer you are giving. So, I can see maximum are going with the B option. Some are also going with the C option. No. The business ethics and corporate social responsibility are not same. They are not same. It can't be C. Business ethics is simply application of ethics. You are applying the application. You are applying the norms and everything about the ethics. You are applying the functions of ethics, Hana, on the business. That is the business ethics. Okay, but when it comes to the corporate social responsibility, because you are using resources, because you are harming somehow to the environment, so your responsibility is that you can give better to the society. And that's why you are doing corporate social responsibility. So both are the different concepts. Right answer will be your B, that the objective of ethics is managing values and conflicts resolution. So in the business, you have to manage what are the values. Every individual person have their own values, and values like what we have learned while we were with our family, with our school friends, or the teachers, or the college. So in whichever environment we have lived, okay, from that environment, what we have learned is your simple values. So every individual have different values as per the environment around them. Okay, that is your values of human. Okay, and those values will be created in the business when you are using a business ethics. Like what value should be there? You should be a person of integrity. That's one of the value of the business ethics. Like the person should be a person of integrity in the organization, so that he is working with honestly again and again. When the honesty reflected in your behavior again and again repetitively, that is known as your integrity. That is the person with integrity. So that's what the second option is saying, that the objective of ethics is managing the values and the conflict resolution in the organization, in the business. So right answer will be your B. Next. What relationship is created when the bank collects check for clearing? Like bank is collecting check from the customer for clearing purpose. So what relationship bank is maintaining with the customer? Is it a holder for value, clearing member and principal, agent and principal, collecting bank and holder? So which of the following is correct? Fifth will be your okay, very good. Right answer will be C, and everyone has given the right answer. That is C. Bank will be the agent. Okay, bank will be the agent and the customer will be the principal. है ना? Bank will be the agent and the customer will be the principal. That's the relation between the bank and the customer. Okay, so bank is acting as agent, not only in the clearance of check, like for example, on my behalf, bank is paying my bills. Then again, bank is performing the agent role. Okay, so whenever banks perform a certain activity on behalf of its customer, that's the agent principal relationship, where bank will be the agent of the customer and customer will be known as a principal. Okay, so right answer will be your C. Next, XYZ bank receives a check of rupees 10,000 written in figures and rupees 10 lakh in the words. The bank is required to do what? So the bank has received a check in which the amount in figures is different with the amounts in words. So what should be the action of a bank? What a bank should do here? What will be the action of a bank? Okay, sixth is B. Okay, sixth is B. Everyone is going with the B option. That what the bank has to do, required to pay the amount written in words. That is true. This is defined under Negotiable Instrument Act 1881. So as per Negotiable Instrument Act 1881, it has said that if the amount is differ in the figures and the words, bank has to follow the word amount and have to make the payment according to the word amount. Okay, but in practical banking, what happens? This is the Negotiable Instrument Act is saying, this is the theoretical banking is saying. But in practical, what happens? Bank reject this type of check. Bank will not make the payment of this type of check. Bank will reject this type of check. But because the theoretical banking is saying you have to pay according to the word, so right answer will be your B option. Okay. So there are certain difference in the practical banking and the theoretical banking, but when it comes to the your paper, you have to follow what the act is saying, what the theory is saying. Okay. Now, which of the following statement is not correct about the commercial papers? So, which of the following statement is not correct about the commercial paper? First is saying the tangible net worth of the company as per the latest audited balance sheet is not less than rupees 5 crore. Second is saying company has been sanctioned working capital limit by bank or all India financial institution. Like the working capital will be sanctioned by the banks or all India financial institution. Third is saying the loan account of the company is classified as a standard asset by the financial bank, declare it as default. And fourth is all are correct. So you have to tell which of the following is incorrect about the commercial papers? Incorrect statement about commercial paper. So commercial paper is an instrument of money market. Okay, it's an instrument of money market. Now, what is money market? Money market is a short-term financial market in which all the parties come to raise fund for less than 1 year, in which short-term financial assets, which are close substitute of money, will be used to raise capital for less than 1 year. And the instruments of money market will be a call money, notice money, term money, commercial paper, certificate of deposit, treasury bills, cash management bill, etc. All these are the instruments of money market. So right answer will be your A. It's not correct because the net worth now, as per the latest audited balance sheet, it should be 4 crore, not the 5 crores. So right answer will be your A option. Okay, right is A option. And commercial, do let me know, commercial paper is a secured money market instrument or an unsecured money market instrument? Commercial papers are secured or not secured? What type of instrument is it? And it will always be issued in the form of promissory note. Commercial paper is a secured money market instrument or a non-secured money market instrument? Very good. It's an unsecured instrument because it is issued by the corporates. And just because the corporates are issuing, this commercial paper is an unsecured instrument. Sanjeev, what you are saying, not understand? The question is not understandable. See, commercial papers are the money market instrument which is issued by the corporates. They are unsecured because the corporates are issuing the commercial paper. Because that's why they are unsecured instrument. Next thing is commercial papers are issued by corporates. So which corporate can issue the commercial paper? First, those corporate can issue whose net tangible worth, है ना, should be 4 crores. But here in the question, it is written 5 crore. That's why the first statement is wrong. So the net tangible worth of a company should be 4 crores. Second condition, the company's amount of working capital will be sanctioned by the bank or the All India financial institution like the NABARD, EXIM, NHB or SIDBI and all. Now, the loan account of the company. What is loan account? Company is borrowing money from the bank. Okay. And when the company is borrowing money from the bank, that is covered as an asset. When the bank is giving loan, that's the asset of a bank, and asset are divided into two categories. That is standard asset and second is non-performing asset. Okay, so standard asset is a type of asset in which the principal and interest amount is regularly coming to the bank. Regularly coming to the bank. It means no default is there. That's a standard asset. Okay, and the NPA where the bank has, the customer has default after 90 days. It is defined as the NPA. Like after, if in the first 90 days customer has not repaid the installment or the principal or interest amount, in that situation, that asset to which bank has given loan to the customer, that is known as non-performing asset, and the non-performing asset will be declared after 90 days. So if the corporate have its account in the NPA, it means this corporate cannot issue the commercial paper. So if a corporate want to issue a commercial paper, the corporate's account should be mentioned under a standard asset. This is the third point is saying. And those companies whose account is in the standard asset, that will be able to issue the commercial paper. That's the third statement is saying. Now clear, Sanjeev? Let me know. Immediately, is it clear? So these are the three conditions. The like 4 crore net worth should be there. Second is working capital will be assigned by bank or All India financial institution. And third will be your company's account should be your under the standard asset. Okay, chalo, let's start. Next question. Which one of the following is not a principle of ethics? Not a principle of ethics. First is saying fairness, dignity, goodwill, remaining conscience for profits at all cost. So which of the following is not a principle of ethics? A, B, C or D? Not a principle of ethics. Okay, D and A, two options are coming. No, the fairness is a principle of ethics. Now, you should be fair. Your decision should be fair with all the employees. Fairness should be there in your decision. Fairness is a part of the principle, but not the remaining conscience for profit at all cost. Yet only you are thinking about profit at all. You're not talking about the employee, you're not talking about the customer, you're not talking about the welfare of the people, you are just talking about the profits. That's not a principle of ethics. So right answer will be D. Next, ethical dilemma occurs when? What is ethical dilemma situation is? So when the ethical dilemma occurs in a particular business ethics. First, there is a clash between two rights. It means there are two right thing and there is a clash that what you should do. Now the conflict between right and less right. Okay, the conflict between the right and less right will be there. The agreement between right and wrong. Sorry, disagreement between right and wrong. And fourth is saying all of the above. So which of the following you think is a ethical dilemma situation? So ethical dilemma situation is a situation in which Sanjeev is saying D, all of the above. All of the above will be the situation. Okay. Now, I got the answer that is A. Okay. A and C and D, three options are coming. No, right answer will be A. When there is a clash between two rights, like there are two right things, what you should do, what should be your action. So to choose out of two right things, what you have to do, that is the ethical dilemma. You are in the dilemma situation, like what to do now. Both the things are correct. Both the options I have that are correct. Both are the right options. But what I should do, from which direction, which should I go? That's a dilemma of ethics. Okay, so right answer will be A. Next, which of the following refers to the founded standards of right and wrong, describing what humans should ideally do for benefiting the society? So, which of the following refers to the founded standard of right and wrong, which describes that what humans should ideally do for benefiting the society? Is it ethics? Is it RTI? Is it law? Is it court? Which of the following is correct? Okay. I can see A and B, two options are coming. No, C is also there. Law is also there. Law will not be the part. A standard of right and wrong, which describes that what humans should ideally do. It's not a law, it's ethics. It's not a law, it's ethics. Law only talks about this is right, this is what you have to do, this is right. But when it comes to the ethics, ethics study the human behavior, ethics study the human beings, and then tells us that which action will be right and wrong, what will be rightfulness and what will be the wrongfulness, and out of which what a human being ideally should do. Ethics will never give you one answer. Ethics will give you multiple number of answer, out of which you have to identify according to your morals, according to your values, at which you should do. So ethics tells the right and wrong both, but law tells about only right thing. Law don't talk about the wrong things, that this should be a wrong, that should be the standard of wrong. Okay, so right answer will be ethics. What is MMID? What is MMID? It's a ID for RTGS, ID for opening account, ID for transferring money through Finacle, ID for transfer of money through IMPS. Which of the following is correct? What is MMID? Also, let me know the full form. Acha, abbreviations are also important. One or two abbreviations can be asked in the exam. So do make sure you are reading the abbreviations also. So which of the following is correct? 11th is D. Okay. What about rest? Okay. D and A, two options are coming. It's not used in the RTGS. In RTGS, you use the IFSC. Okay, in RTGS and NEFT units, unit in Indian financial system ko, that's identify the branch code. Okay, every branch will have their individual IFSC code. So right answer will be your D, ID for transfer of money through IMPS. In IMPS, we can transfer money using by three things. First, in IMPS, you can use IFSC code. Second, you can use Aadhaar. Or third, you can use MMID also. Okay, so what is MMID? Mobile Money Identifier. Very good. It's a mobile money identifier. That's a 7-digit code. It's a 7-digit code and it is used to transfer money with the help of IMPS. What is the full form of IMPS? And IMPS is managed by the NPCI. Do remember that. RTGS and NEFT. That is done by RBI. But IMPS managed by NPCI. And all these three are 24/7 service. Now, NEFT, RTGS, IMPS, all the three are 24/7 now. Okay, do let me know the full form of IMPS. Next. In cash transaction report, cash transaction above rupees 10 lakh is to be submitted on monthly cash basis by 15th of the following month to the which of the following authority? Immediate payment system or immediate payment service? Two options are coming, system and service. Which of the following is correct? IMPS is providing you the service to transfer money from one account to another. Now, so it will not be a system. It's not a system, it's a service. Okay. Immediate payment service will be the answer. And MMID will be mobile money identifier. Okay. Now, which we have to submit the cash transaction report, that is CTR. So in cash transaction report, cash transaction above rupees 10 lakh is to be submitted on monthly cash basis by 15th of the following month to the first RBI, second CBI economic offence wing, third FIU IND, and the fourth one is no need of submission of such type of reports. Very good. Right answer will be your FIU. Correct. FIU IND is correct. Finance Intelligence Unit, India. Okay. So cash transaction report every month. Hana, latest by 15th of the succeeding month. Hana, 15th of the succeeding month or following month, you can see succeeding month means next month which is coming. Following month is next month which is coming, that you have to submit the CTR. Okay, and when it comes to the STR, there is another report, that is suspicious transaction report, STR. If you find a certain suspicious transaction, you have to give the STR report. And STR report should be furnished within the 7 days. Hana? Within the 7 days, as you find out that this particular transaction can be a suspicious transaction. Out of that particular day, within 7 days, you have to submit the STR report to FIU IND, and the CTR will be given every 15th of every month of the succeeding month. Okay, next. Where nothing is mentioned about a check being a bearer or a order, it should be treated to be payable to. Like nothing is defined that the check is bearer check or a order check. So what we should expect from the check? What we should expect that what particular check is it? It is considered as order check, it is considered as bearer check, okay, or it can be bearer or order. It depends on the discretion of the check of the bank. It can be bearer order, it depends on the discretion of the payee. So what we will expect with that particular check? No, if there is nothing is written, not a bearer, not a order thing, that always the check will be known as order. Okay, it is considered to be order, not the bearer. If there is a bearer, the tick will be done on the bearer word. Otherwise, it will be taken as an order. Now, what is the difference between order and bearer? In order, the check will be paid to the person whose name is specified. Whose name is specified. To that person, the check will be paid. That's your order check. But in bearer check, whosoever represents the check in a bank. So any person who represents the check in a bank, that person will be getting the money. That's a bearer check. Okay, no identification required in the bearer check. Any person who represents the check in the bank will get the money. That's a bearer check. Next, in case of low risk category, fresh KYC should be obtained once in how many years? In case of what type of credit customers? In case of low risk category customer, in how many days we should do the KYC updation? 3 years, 5 years, 8 years, or 10 years? Okay, very good. Right answer will be your 10 years. In case of medium risk customer, it is 8. And in case of high risk customer, it will be 2 years. 2 years for high risk customer. Okay, 2, 8 and 10 is the answer. For low risk, it will be 10. For medium risk, it will be 8. And for the high risk, it will be 2 years only. Do remember all these years. Hana, the KYC updation required. Next, what is the meaning of the term power of attorney? What is the meaning of the term power of attorney? First is the power of authority given to any person, the power of withdrawing the money from anybody's bank account, a written document authorizing anybody to do the work on behalf of the other person, or all of the above. Which one is correct? A, B, C, or D? Okay, 15th is C. Maximum are going with the C option. And that's correct. It's a written document authorizing anybody to do the work on behalf of the other person. That is known as your power of attorney. Very good. Next, the banker customer relation in case of a locker is that of. Now, when you are getting a locker, bank is allowing you to use a particular area of a bank, है ना? And on that behalf, you are paying a certain fees to the bank, and bank is taking that fee and allowing you to use a particular area of a bank within the bank premises. Okay. So, what type of relation is it? It's a lessee and lesser relation. It's a trustee and beneficiary relation. It's a agent and principal relation. It's a lesser and lessee relation. Which type of relation it is? A, B, C, or D? Which of the following is correct? Okay, 16th is not B, it's a D. Lesser and lessee. Because bank is renting out a certain area of its own premises to the customer. So customer is taking something on the lease. है ना? Customer is taking something on the rent. So lessee will be the customer and lesser will be the owner. And lesser means the owner. So bank is the owner of that particular locker now, and the customer is the tenant. Customer has using that particular locker by paying a fee. As soon as customer stop paying fee, customer will not be able to use that area, है ना, that location. So right answer will be your D. Next. Cancellation of enrollment for existing customers under the Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana and Pradhan Mantri Suraksha Bima Yojana. So when cancellation of enrollment can be done under the PMJJBY or the PMSBY? First, can be cancelled on customer submitting writing request, can be cancelled by branch for undesirable parties only, can be cancelled only after 10 years, cannot be cancelled at all. In what situation the Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana and Suraksha Bima Yojana enrollment can be cancelled? A, B, C, or D? Okay. A. Maximum are going with the A option. That's a very practical knowledge for all of you, right? That's a practical knowledge for all of you because you perform these activities in the bank. Okay, right answer will be A. That can be cancelled on customer submitting a written request that only the subscription should be cancelled. Okay. Now, if I talk about the government scheme, that is also important for your exam. So, Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana is there. Pradhan Mantri Suraksha Bima Yojana is there. Both the schemes was launched from Kolkata in May 2015 by Mr. Modi. Okay, both the scheme were launched, and with that, with these two schemes, Atal Pension Yojana was launched on the same day. Okay, in Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana, that's a life insurance scheme. That's a life insurance scheme. Okay, it gives insurance of rupees 2 lakh in case of natural death. In case of natural death, the beneficiary, the nominee will get the 2 lakh rupees. Okay, the age to enroll here is 80 to 50 years. Okay, the persons belong to 18 to 50 years age group, they can enroll in this scheme. But the benefit will continue till 55 years of age. And that's a yearly insurance scheme. That's a yearly insurance scheme. It means every year, if you want insurance, every year you have to pay premium. Every year you have to renew this scheme. If you don't pay the premium in a particular year, this scheme will not be covered then. Okay. So the premium amount is 436 rupees now. It used to be 330 rupees. Old one is 330 rupees and the new one is 436. So do remember all these details about the Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana. Okay, now about Suraksha Bima Yojana, it's also, nothing will be paid on the maturity. On maturity, no amount will be paid because it's a pure term insurance policy. And because of the term insurance policy, maturity amount is not there. Okay. Now, in the Suraksha Bima Yojana, it's also a life insurance scheme. It's also a life insurance scheme. Okay. And it gives 2 lakh insurance in case of accidental death, in case of murder. Okay. Apart from that, the full disability. Full disability is there. In these three conditions, 2 lakh claim will be given. And 1 lakh claim will be given in case of the partial disability. Partial disability. Okay. And the age group is 18 to 70 years. Age group is 18 to 70 years. And the premium amount is your 20 rupees. The old amount is 12 rupees per annum. Acha, this will be per annum. In a year, you have to pay this premium. The premium is per annum. And this scheme is also a yearly scheme. This is also a yearly insurance scheme. If you want to continue, every year you have to pay the premium. If you are not paying the premium, nothing will be given to you in that particular year. Okay, do remember that. So every year you have to renew this scheme. Yes, murder is also covered in the 2 lakh situation, but the suicidal death is not covered. The suicidal death is not covered, but murder is covered and 2 lakh claim will be there. Okay. Now, next. Clear till now? Let me know. Should I move forward? Do remember the details of the scheme, very important. Next. Next question is, what is the maximum amount that can be awarded by the banking ombudsman? The maximum amount that can be awarded by the banking ombudsman. Yes, in the Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana, natural death is covered. Now, if I talk about the banking ombudsman, it is now integrated ombudsman scheme. It is now integrated ombudsman scheme. There was banking ombudsman, Disbursement scheme for non-banking financial companies, and disbursement scheme for digital payments. All these three has been merged and now it become the integrated disbursement scheme. So right answer is 20 lakh. Very good. So the maximum amount that is known as award. The decision of banking disbursement is known as your award. So the maximum award amount is 20 lakh under the banking disbursement. Okay, do remember that. Next. A depository participant. Which of the following is defining the depository participant? So depository is simply just nothing which converts your physical security into your electronic security and deposit that in your bank account. That is known as your depository. Okay. Now, what is a depository participant? Is an investor who buys, sells shares through the depository. Second, the traders trades in the dematerialized shares. Third is saying destroy the share certificates and makes a credit entry for his client. Is an agent of the depository and takes physical share certificates from his client and send them for dematerialization. So, which are the following the depository participant? Which of the following is a depository participant? A, B, C, D. Very good, Hana. The right answer will be D. No, it will not be A. Sanjeev, it's not a A. I have told you earlier already that depository is nothing, just convert your physical security into electronic form and deposit in your bank account, Hana, in the demat account. So it is converting the physical security into dematerialized form. Okay, right answer will be your D. Next, what is the main tool of RBI under the monetary policy control money supply and economy? So which of the following is a main tool under monetary policy which is used by RBI to control the money supply in the economy? First is saying payment and clearance system. Second is saying repo rate, reverse repo rate. Third is saying print new currency. Fourth is saying foreign exchange reserve. So which of the following you think is a main component of the monetary policy? A, B, C or D? Okay, maximum are going with the B option. And that's correct. Repo and reverse repo is the part of the monetary policy. Na? These two are the indirect instrument of monetary policy. Correct. Next. A check signed by a person before his death and presented through clearing after his death. Then what happens? So check will be, a check has been signed by the person before the death and it was presented for the clearing after the death. So it should not be paid. It should be paid. It should be paid if death occurs after depositing the check and but before clearing. It should be paid only by the order of the court. So which should be followed here if we got the check which is signed by the person before his death and prescribed through clearing after his death. No, it will not be a C, it will be A. It should not be paid in any condition. Okay, it should not be paid. Next. The term loan becomes substandard NPA or NPA. The term loan becomes substandard or NPA in which duration? If principal and interest is due, is not paid. If principal or interest becomes due but not paid during 1 month from the due date, if principal or interest become due and not paid for more than 90 days, or none of the above cases. So in which particular case the term loan will become NPA or we can say substandard? What should be the case? Okay. 21st is B and C. Two options are coming. B and C. How you can say only in 1 month? No. Right answer will be 90 days. Right answer will be 90 days. If the principal or interest is past due for a 90 days, more than 90 days, that will be known as your NPA. Okay. So if I talk about NPA, Non-performing asset, what is NPA? NPA is a credit facility provided by bank to its customer on which the principal and interest is past due for a particular period of time, and that duration is 90 days. In case of term loan, in case of education loan, in case of cash credit, in case of overdraft, etc. In every case, it will be 90 days. But to harvest season for agriculture, if the loan has been taken for agriculture purpose, it will be to harvest season. Okay. And if we are talking about short-term crop, if we are talking about short-term crop, then the duration will be 2.5 years. And if we are talking about long-term crop, that will be 1 year. It means 2 harvest season will be there, but it depends what type of crop is there. It's a short-term crop system, then 2 crop system will be covered. And if it's a long-term crop system, that will the 1 year duration will be covered. And the next thing is 1 crop season will be there. Okay, because the NPA is defined under 3 categories: substandard, doubtful, and your loss. When the loan amount, the principal and interest is past due for more than 90 days, it directly go to the substandard. Then after 1 year, it goes to the doubtful. And then after 3 years, it goes to the loss asset. Just because of the duration, we have said that. 2.5 years means 6 months duration will be counted here. That covers the 2 crop season. Okay, Ashish and Thiru. Okay, clear. Next. So right answer will be C here. Next. Providing banking facility to the poor people of the society for mutual benefits of poor persons as well as bank is called. So you are providing banking facility to the poor people of the society for the mutual benefit of poor persons as well as bank is called the financial literacy, financial inclusion, narrow banking, universal banking. Okay. Chalo, very good. Right answer is financial inclusion. What is financial inclusion? Financial inclusion is a process to link each and every person with the financial product and services at an affordable cost. So when at an affordable cost, you are linking each and every person with the bank. That is known as your financial inclusion. Literacy is simply you are making the people aware about the financial product and services. Okay, like bank creates a camps, na certain area in rural area, bank creates a camp in which bank tells the customer that what services are available in the bank. That's a financial literacy. You are making people aware about the product and services of the bank. That's a financial literacy. Now, next, capital adequacy is worked out based on. Capital adequacy is worked out based on. Now, total demand and time liability, net demand and time assets, risk weightage asset, risk weightage liabilities. Which of the following is correct? Capital adequacy is worked out based on 23rd is A and B. Two options are coming. And if you are saying A, if you are saying B, that is, you are totally wrong. Do remember this. Whenever we are calculating the value under the monetary policy, that will be done on the NDTF, net demand and time liability. The percentage of NDTL will be counted for the monetary policy. Do remember. In PSL, the percentage of A and BC adjusted net bank credit will be counted every time, or ANBC or CEOBE or CEOBE, whichever is higher, whichever is higher. So between ANBC or CEOBE, whichever is higher, that will be counted here. Okay, under the PSL, priority sector lending. But when it comes to the Basel norms, it will be a percentage of risk weightage asset. So the right answer will be your C, risk weightage asset. These three conditions are very important. Remember that the monetary policy reserves will be counted on NDTL, percentage of NDTL. PSL amount will be counted on the percentage of adjusted net bank credit or credit equivalent of off-balance sheet exposure, whichever is higher. And third, Basel norms will be counted on the percentage of risk weightage asset. Do remember, these are the conditions. These are the assets on which you have to calculate the reserves value. Now, under Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana, what is the premium rate for commercial crops? Premium rate for commercial crops under Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. Is it 2%? Is it 1.5%? Is it 5% or none of the above? Okay. This 2% is for the Kharif crop. This 1.5% will be for Rabi crop. So for the commercial crop, it will be 5%. For the commercial crop, it will be 5%. So right answer will be C. Very good. 24th is C. Next. Accounts opened under Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana are eligible for free accident insurance cover for how much amount? 30,000, 1 lakh, 50,000, 2 lakh. Accidental insurance cover under the Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. First of all, Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana provides a benefit of accidental cover. The amount you have to tell me. Then it also provided the life cover, but from 2014 to 2015, and that life cover was of what amount? I will tell you after you give me the answer of this question. And then overdraft is there. It used to be 5,000, but now it is 10,000. Earlier the old amount of overdraft was 5,000, now it is 10,000. And the last one is rupee debit card will be available. And you guys are answering, that is D, that is the 2 lakh. Very good. So amount used to be 1 lakh, but it is increased now, that is 2 lakh. So accidental cover is 2 lakh. Life cover used to be 30,000. It is not anymore available for the customer who opened account after 2015. But the customer who opened account between this 1 year duration, they still have a life insurance cover policy. But the other customer don't have. Overdraft used to be 5,000. Now it is 10,000 and rupee debit card is there. And this rupee debit card was introduced by NPCI. So right answer is 2 lakh. Earlier it used to be 1 lakh, now it is 2 lakh. Next. When an organization is split in two or more parts, it is called. When you have split the organization in two or more parts, it is called what? Let's cover up to 30 questions, then we will end the session. Okay. Let's cover up to 30 questions, then we will sign off the session. Okay. So first is talking merger, demerger, amalgamation or acquisition. Very good. It is always demerger. Na? What we are doing, we are splitting two or more parts. Hana, we are splitting an organization between two or more parts. That's a demerger. Now, the correct option is, you have to tell the correct option. First, drawer is the person who make or draft the check. Drawee is bank in the case of all the checks. Third, payee is the person whom the check is given and the person who take 1 second. What is saying? A pay is a person to whom the check is given and is a person who take case. Okay. So to whom the check is given. Okay. Or sometimes the drawer and pay is the check may be same. The drawer and pay will be same. Or all of the above. Which of the following statement is correct? Correct. All of the above is correct. Drawer is the maker, obviously. The issuer. Drawee is the bank. Pay is the receiver. And in case of self-check, the drawer and pay will be same. So right answer will be E. Next. The undertaking contained in a promissory note to pay a certain sum of money is. So the undertaking contained in a promissory note to pay a certain sum of money is conditional, unconditional, may be conditional or unconditional depending upon the circumstances, or none of the above. Very good. It will be an unconditional order. In promissory note, not unconditional undertaking, not the order. Now, why you are saying order? It is unconditional undertaking in promissory note. But in case of bill of exchange, it will be unconditional order. In bill of exchange, it will be unconditional order. But in promissory note, that will be an unconditional undertaking. Like I am promising to the party that I will pay your money on a certain date without any condition. So I am taking undertaking. Now I am not giving order to somebody that pay this money to this person. No, I am saying that I am going to pay you money on that particular date. So that's why unconditional undertaking will be there. Whether drawer can be a pay. Oh, I have already answered this question. Whether drawer can be pay. Yes, by writing the self-check. We have already discussed. Next. The upper value limit an individual national electronic fund transfer transaction is. In the NEFT, what is the upper limit of fund transfer? 20,000, 50,000, 1 lakh, none of the above. Upper limit under NEFT, do remember NEFT is now 24 into 7. And there are 48 half hourly batches going. 48 half hourly batches are going on. Okay, very good. None of the above because there is no minimum and no maximum limit. Okay, there is no minimum and no maximum limit under the NEFT. RTGS have a minimum limit of 2 lakh, but there is no maximum limit in the RTGS also. Okay, and NEFT is 24 into 7 and 48 half-hourly batches are going on. Now, let me know out of 30, how many answers you have given correct? Out of 30, how many answers you have given correct? Tell me the numbers immediately. 5 wrong. So there is no negative marking. We know right now there is no negative marking in the November attempt, but still try to make sure you are answering maximum number of questions correct. 22, okay. 24, okay. 25, right. 20, 21. So everyone I can see was above 20. Only 2 or 3 persons are below 25. Okay, that's a good score. Okay, so let's end the session here. We will meet tomorrow at the same time. Take it with the another MCQ questions. And do make sure you revise these MCQ because I have also given the explanation of the topic. Okay, so thank you all.